Hello and welcome to Taekwondo Training. I'll be instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. Today's show, what I'm going to do is some close-in fighting, very tight, close-in fighting, and some good, basic, easy technique so that you can work fast and get out of either a hold or someone that's very close to you. Because a lot of times that's what happens. I mean, people come up to you and then they grab you, or they sneak up, or whatever they do, and you got to think fast. And there's right moves and there's wrong moves. Some of the wrong moves can get you in trouble because it's only going to give them more power. So what you try to do is divert their power that they think that they have over you, and give them a swift, either an elbow, upset, knee. We're going to go something very light like that. I do a lot of these because this is an informative show, and that's really a lot how you fight on the streets, all right, or if someone attacks you, because they're going to be right there. Especially with children and stuff, they have to know how to get themselves out of trouble or they get hurt. So we try to be as passive as we can and nice, but sometimes you can't use that. You have to take the bully and put him down a little just so he stops. All right, very easy. And especially, you're just standing there like this and someone comes over, either grabs you up here, grabs your arm, grabs your wrist, grabs you by the chest or your neck, grabs your shirt. If you make a quick move, all right, you can stun them. And elbows are so good when you're in close. If you're going to use a fist, all right, and a lot of people want to throw a long fist, you're going to get either blocked or it's going to be too slow. A quick elbow, and I'm going to show you a few elbow moves, very, very short and quick, and follow up with a knee. And the knee, is going to be in the groin area or the stomach area, or even on the leg part if you can, depending on your height, but it's lethal if you do it right. So you're standing there, minding your own business as always, and bully comes up, or someone wants to attack you, or someone wants to rob you, or whatever. If they have a gun, you got to make sure that you kind of scream if you can, but it's hard. A gun's too fast for anyone to have self-defense on, unless you've been training for many years. So I won't even show stuff like that. A knife is a different thing, depending on who you are and how much you've trained. Someone grabs you, so they grab you up here. If they grab me up here, what I want to do is the hand they grab me with, move into that direction, all right? Kind of move into that direction towards them. A lot of people will try to pull away. That's not going to work because now they have you, and they can use their momentum and your body momentum to start throwing strikes. If someone grabs you and you move into the direction that they grabbed you, so they grab you, now all of a sudden they're this way, all right? And you're close in on them, all right? So number one, you're not far away where they can just take that long punch and hit you. Now you're close. So even if they wanted to come in with a punch, it wouldn't be that lethal blow. But you're going to be faster than them. So they grab you. You move in very slightly towards their body, all right? You don't rush them and try to hit them with your body. Just move in towards so that as they grab you, their arm will bend, right? And it'll be away from your other hand. So if I grab you here, you're moving in towards the hand that grabs you. So the hand that grabs you, move towards there. As you're moving towards there, they're going to be going like this. So they grab you, and then they're going to be like this because you've moved in. As you move in, all right, I'm standing there relaxed. They grab me. You move in here to the side that they grabbed you, all right, very quick. Now, as I'm doing this with my elbow, see how quick that is? And it's like a punch, but I'm twisting. And I'm going to, all right, to the jaw, to the eye. This is, again, and I show this a lot. I do this a lot because it's very important. It's like a bat. That bone, all right, and your whole, it's like a bat. And if you hit right to the jaw, to the nose, to the eye, you're going to break something or knock them out. Or if you hit them in the throat, good luck. You don't care. You just want that upper body part. So you bang, all right, here, all right? Now, that's easy enough. How's that? And you want, if you can get the pointy part of your elbow, to nail them right to anywhere in the face. And if you had a heavy bag or you had someone with the pads, that's good to practice to get your form. But notice I'm coming, okay, parallel to the ground here. Up and here straight. Now as I'm doing this, if he's holding me on this side, all right? He can't come around with the other hand because it's only going to be blocking with an elbow that just nailed him. And if you're fast enough, he's not going to throw a punch. You're going to probably knock him out. And if you're, say a woman and this guy, big, strong guy, and you hit him, all right? There's no reason, boom, boom, twice, all right? One, you hit him again. All you're doing is this. This is fast, all right? It's probably faster than they were expecting. So they caught you off guard, but you just caught them off guard, all right? They still held you. Boom, you hit him again. Bah. Just bring that knee up. How hard is this? And notice I try to push forward. I'm not coming straight up. You can. You got to be close. But you're pushing your whole body, boom, coming in. The groin area is very weak, very sensitive, especially on a man, as we all know. If they're not ready and they get hit in the jaw, startle them a little, and then they hit in the groin, you can run. The minute their hand lets go of you, you run. You don't stay there and fight them because they might get their second window. They might, you didn't hit them that hard. So to remember that, whenever you have a chance, run. Especially around the holidays, you're in the mall, someone comes over and goes, give me your wallet, give me your pocketbook. Or they grab it and you're holding on to it. Let it go and run. All they want is that. Money is no, you have to remember that. Money's not your life. You'll miss that money for about an hour, but your life is more important. Someone says, give me your money, they're standing in front of you. Take your wallet out, take your purse out, and throw it. They're going to go look, then you run. And then when you run, all right, scream as loud as you can. Scream anything you want. They don't want that because now you caught there's a tension. All right, there's a tension, and they don't want someone to come, and help you. So that just come out of nowhere, but if that's in close fighting or someone wants your wallet and stuff, and once you make your move, always run. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Run. Get out of harm's way. You don't know if he's got a gun or a friend or you don't know what's going on, or a knife or whatever. So if you're gone, you're gone. You saved your life. You're still going home to your family, and you just call the authorities. So that's pretty easy, You stand there, they grab you, boom. I just kind of moved in towards the side that grabbed me. His arm moves, boom. Other martial artists or some other people, I understand, they might disagree with stuff like that because they have their own version. That's my version, and it works, all right, for me. And it would work for you. It's better than doing nothing. And if you pull back, as I say, that gives them that flow that they can get because they've got you. You're trying to pull back. You're not going to get out, especially if it's a strong guy, and he's going to come in. So, and it almost seems the opposite thing you want to do is go towards them. Again, your knees. Remember, bring the knees up, like this, right? They grabbed you, and if they grab you with two hands, you come up with your knee this way, all right? If you miss them, come up again, a couple of knees, right? And they're going to be like, if you hit them, they might let you go. If you want, and they grab you, little front snap kick. If it's far enough away. If not, you're going to jam up. So the knee won't jam because you're very tight to your body. Front snap, you'd have to bring it up. You'd have to chamber it, try to get a groin shot. Somebody grabs you again. They grab you both hands, or they grab you with one hand, like I say. Grab you with one hand. Look at. See how fast that is? All right. I'm standing there. They grab me. I come up like this. I'm going to hit them here. I might knock them right out. All right. And it's just you just practice it. You stand in front of the mirror. See how I did that? You can come straight up. You can come straight up this way. But I like to snap. This is what we have, the snap. In Taekwondo, I teach all my students. I've been taught that way, but Grandmaster Mo Young Lee, most schools do. Hip jog is is what you need as you advance. In the beginning, you're not going to have it. You have to learn it. Every week, I might say the word hip jog. So if you watch my show, you know that's one of the most important things for all your power, to double and to get the versatility and everything moving nice together. And when you get the hip, when I say the hip moves first and your body follows, your hip moves first. Your hip moves first on the bat. Your hip moves first on the golf swing, on a football. It's your hip. It's not, see what I'm saying? This is no hip. It's hard for me to do. It's hard for me to show you this without wanting to snap, because I've done it my whole life, and I know the power and the movement that you have going into that direction. So they grab you. Look at, right? They grab you. It's almost like a boxer. When they do an uppercut, see, they'll do an uppercut. You're going to see them pick that back leg up a little and swing the hip and their whole body. All the body parts come together and generate right to that spot, that last spot. You're going to stay as loose as possible. That's the thing. You don't tighten up to do an elbow. You don't go, that doesn't work. It's a swing motion. It's like if you tightened up to throw a baseball. You can't. It's tight. You got to be loose, and it's going to go far. All right? A punch can't be tight to throw a punch because it's going to be too slow. You got to let it fly, and at the last second, then you tighten up. All right? The last second, tighten your body up and your arm. Right? The power will generate. It's like the whip. Okay? Up. You practice that. Practice both sides, because you don't know he's going to grab you right or left. And that's easy. Remember, and your children, you're teaching your children this. You're doing it yourself with your partner or your friend. Let's do it. You have to make sure that you go easy. Don't come close. You get hit under here with an elbow. If your tongue's hanging out, your tongue falls out. Your teeth will cut you and cut it in half. It's too much power. If you get hit under here with an elbow, put your bottom teeth to your top teeth and shatter them. A good enough hit. Or just knock you out. Or injure your whole neck. It's so powerful. All right? So it's just up like this. Up. Now, you could have a knee. You can come up, elbow, knee, like that. Or you can do a knee sort of like you were doing a front round kick, parallel to the floor, and come in on a rib. All right? So 1, 2. All right? And if you hit 2, you just throw a front round kick after the knee. So it's what we call a chamber. And notice if someone grabs me, I try not to stay in this stance. They grab me, and I stay into a parallel ready stance, all right, or a relaxed stance. All right? I have no balance. The minute someone coming towards you or they grab you, get yourself into a little fighting stance. Just think of it. Just all of a sudden, get your balance. Your balance is big, because if you lose your balance, they're going to take advantage of you. So you're in a fighting stance. They come in, elbow. Now, you chamber your leg, all right? Your elbow, straight little side thrust kick to the knee. All right? Or you can, and you know, when I say chamber, you have to come up and be close to your body because you don't have much room. They're right there in front of you. You have to come up. And if you hit them with the side of your foot, whether it's a shoe, be barefoot, or any kind of hard rubber shoe or sneaker, you hit here or anywhere in the leg, it's going to hurt. All right? So you're elbowed. You come in here, your back fist. All right? Elbowed. They come in. You move in a little towards them. Elbow up. Hit them underneath the chin. You hit their knee. All right? Elbow back here. See this elbow? Now come on. Elbow, elbow. And you say, well, that's not much of a move. Again, take your elbow. Touch it very lightly to the palm of your hand. Or hit any other meaty part of your body. The slightest hit, you feel it. What if you're coming in there full force? All right? The slightest hit, all right? The slightest hit, you do it to your friend or whoever you're training with. Say, just on the arm, very lightly. All right? And they're going to go, whoa. And that's light. You hit them here, they're going to have a little bleeding. They're going to have a big bruise. Your arms can take it. It'll be sore. Your head can't. This is what we try to take out. This is the whole computer of your body right here. You take the computer out, and the rest of the body just falls apart. We know that. And the computer is impossible to, and I'll have people who want to argue about this. The whole head, you cannot toughen up. You can't build muscle on your head. You might have a hard head, number one. Some people have a harder head than other people. But it's not like your arms and your chest, which could be full muscle. Where's the muscle up here to prevent any kind of hard hit? There's none. So this is a very, very volatile, all right, weak part of the human body. It's so weak, people don't really understand. That's why the head is the shot for self-defense, all right, if you can, to stop them dead. Because if you kick them in the side, you kick them in the arm and the legs, they can keep coming, all right? They might be limping or they might be sore. But you hit them here, and the lights go out, or they tingle, and it's too much for them. If you hit them once or twice, then give them a third shot, they're overwhelmed. Then you run. That's what I always going to say. You run. Get out of harm's way. Unless, and I'm not going to say just men, but unless you have to protect your family. Then you don't run, all right? You make sure that they're safe. But if you're by yourself, great thing is you can run and almost hit there's an emergency on your phone. Yeah, I got a guy here. And once they know the cops are coming, they want to run too. All right? Another thing, you're coming out of a mall, if you're a woman, guy, children, you're coming out of a mall, have that phone in your hand. All right? You see something suspicious, make believe you're talking. Make believe you're talking, just, even if you're not talking to anybody. Because if there's, a van by your car or people by your car or people in a car, make believe that you're, and if you're coming out and you feel any kind of anticipation going to your car, you go back into the store and you say, can I have one of you walk me to my car? I'm talking about mostly women. Guys, same thing. I don't like what I see out there, and I'm not sure. They will be happy to, all right? Manager will come out, or a kid. They'll come, they'll walk you to the car, and you lock it. The minute you get in your car, before you get in your car at any point, I don't care if there's cars around, look in the car. Once you get in the car and look around, don't be on your phone, look around, make sure there's nothing. Once you get in the car, lock it, all right? That horn is so loud, all right? And anybody comes, right? And you always show them the phone. Cops are on their way. That's the last they want. They want the meek person, all right? So I'm going off in directions, but I know right now I'm doing a show. It's the holiday season. People are coming out of the malls, and everyone's distracted. And this is when the bad guys love it. They love people all over the place. Don't be one of them, all right? You get right into a fighting stance. You're standing there on your phone. Someone comes up, going to help you. You get into a fighting stance. You're ready now. And when you get into a ready stance, your hands come up. Your hands don't stay down here. So if they do want to throw a punch or something, or they do want to grab you, just come up like this. All right? They're coming in to grab you. You go like this, and their arms kind of go like that. All right? Once they already have you, they grab you by the throat, or they grab you by the shirt. You can go right up underneath both those arms 99% of the time. You want to do a punch? You're riding up their body. You're coming up, you're riding up their body. Boom, elbow, you're riding right up their body, right up under here. Boom, boom. You do combinations, perfect. You're 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once they let go of you, feet don't fail me now, if that's what I say. Keep going. And you think, why do people do this? People are going to attack you, and there's a lot of reasons. Number one, if someone's attacking you, things aren't working right in the brain, or they wouldn't do that. Right, so they're already starting off with that mentality of they're out of control. So don't think you can reason with them. You can't reason with these people. Please don't hurt me. They don't care about that. If they were going to do it, they're going to do it. And they don't care ages or anything. And I do a whole show on how you can hit someone with your pocketbook, hit someone with a rolled up newspaper that's like a rock. I was going to do that, and I said I won't do that today, because that's kind of in close fighting, all right? Or your car keys all in between your hands. You're holding on to them, and all the keys are hanging. You're like Wolverine. Someone grabs you, you come up with an uppercut. Those keys are going up in here. All easy, basic stuff. You can't practice this at home with someone because you're going to get hurt. All right? You can watch me practice in the mirror. I would rather have everyone practice in the mirror. You know, a lot of times people want to put two little kids together. Here, do this elbow, and somebody gets hurt. All right? They've got to be far apart, and you've got to be right there, because they don't understand how much they can hurt their friends or their brother or sister, you know. Or even if you're doing with the kids and you're on your knees, they'll give you a shot. It's happened. I've seen it many a time. The parent don't think the little guy's got it. He's 6 years old, and all of a sudden you got a black eye from his elbow. All right, so don't assume that there's no power. It doesn't take much power to cause a lot of injury, especially the head. As I said, it doesn't take a lot of power, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing for you in self-defense. All right, big guy. He's the Hulk. He's got you. His head is in the Hulk. You got to get to that head, and if you get some very nice, easy technique, as I said, all right, bang, and give him a couple hard ones, all right, then a knee, and you practice that in the mirror so that it's fast. And the more you do it, if you're doing that on a heavy bag and you're doing it with pads, the more you do it, the faster you're going to get, the stronger you're going to get. All right, so you pick up your leg, you just practice. You pick up. See, I don't even have to move too far. I'm just picking my leg up as high as I can, chamber. Keeping it into a fighting side thrust kick. Up, boom. Doesn't matter where I hit in that leg. If I hit the knee, he's going down. If I hit the shin, he's going to have pain. If I came down and stomped on the inside of his foot, he's going to have a lot of pain. You want to inflict pain so that either they let you go or you throw another attack. And the more attack, I've seen videos, man grabbed a little girl, they have it on film. She fought him tooth and nail, and he let her go. Now, he could have grabbed her, put her in the car, might never have seen her again. She fought him tooth and nail. She couldn't have been, 8, very small little girl, but she fought him, and she wasn't going to let him take. Now, he knows she's causing a scene. And if anyone drives by, they're going to stop and they're going to help this little girl, and that guy's going to jail or worse. So, and people say, well, if I don't fight back, maybe they'll let me go. They're not going to let you go. All right? Fight back. All right? If someone has a gun in you, and that's a different story, and you're going to have to, each situation is different. But if they have anything else, try to fight back, because it could mean your life. All right? And a lot of it's in close fighting. And I know I didn't give you much. I only gave you the elbows. All right? I gave you a side thrust. I gave you a knee. I say, no, it's a lot. And I gave a little front snap, all in close, and all for vital parts of your body. And you know the vital parts, train it so that your front snap goes right to the groin. Your side thrust goes right to the knee. Everyone's different in size, but the knee's going to be here, it's going to be here. And that's it. Nobody's that much taller. So if you can get the foot up there and slam down on a knee, you catch them full front, you're going to snap it. You catch them to the side, you're going to collapse that knee. All right? And as I say, you follow up if you can until they let you go. All right? Really hope you enjoyed this show, and I hope it's helpful. You can catch this on datv.org. Many times it's on YouTube. You can catch it on YouTube. You can catch it just Google it. Taekwondo Training with Bob Lemire. I got all my old shows, got a lot of shows, all basic. People want a lot of advanced stuff. You can't, if I do that, it's going to turn people off. You want advances. You've been training with me. Your advancement will be the combinations you put together with the basics that I give you. I give you a little, and it's a lot of repetition. My show is like you going to a Taekwondo school. When you go to that Taekwondo school, like anything, dance, cheerleading, gymnastics, you're doing the same thing over and over. You're doing the basic thing over and over. And if you don't have the patience, or you just say, well, what happens is you're not going to get better. But if you go to class and you keep doing the basic, if you do millions of front snap kicks in your life, then that front snap kick is going to be pinpointed. Side thrust is going to be pinpointed to an inch of where you want it. Okay? And it's not that hard, and it's a workout. All right? Now, if you really want to get advanced, you join a school. You join a Taekwondo school. Do your homework. Make sure that there's someone at least a 5th Dan degree black belt, unless you know that someone really recommends someone with a lower belt. But about a 5th Dan, that person's been around a long time, and they've seen how to be safe. They've seen different aspects of how people want to be trained and stuff. There's a whole routine. So once again, I really enjoy the comments that I get. A lot of times people text me. I'll see people on the street or at a store, and they tell me that their children have been watching this. They've been watching it, and their children, now their grandchildren are watching the show. The show's been going on in this area for 33 years, going on 34 years. So there's generations that have been watching this show, and I do hope you enjoy it. Till next time, have fun and train hard.